So we start off, and obviously it's orthodox versus the southpaw. Already, Blueface getting out jab by Chibu. Blueface has yet to throw a jab yet. Yes, to establish a jab. And even he could just throw out the traffic. He caught him with a jab there, but he got too much in range trying to land that two. Another jab. Landed the two. Throw that jab out more. Put some traffic out there. Good jab to the body. Don't go for the two yet. Establish your jab more to get that range. He trying to go for the two too early. He need to set it up. Good jab. Another good jab. Look, he going for the two too early. Don't go for that two yet. Another jab to the body. Moving well on the back foot so far. Once again, don't go for the two yet. Establish your jab. Get the range on the one. Get the range on the jab first before you go for the two. Chibu swinging wildly. Another jab. Nope, too early for the two. But this is definitely a Blueface round. He working a jab, though. He getting better. It's just too early for him to go for the two, in my opinion. I don't like this feint that Blueface is throwing. Like, he's done this like twice. It's not doing anything. Like, it's not putting any traffic out. It's not setting up anything. It's just, he's just doing it just to do it. Chibu tries to come in with the two. Throw that jab out more. Where's the jab at? He getting too hungry for that two. You see that? Now he throwing it naked, but that was a good body shot on the inside. Uppercut to the body. He caught Chibu with a two coming in. Made him fall off the ropes. Again. I would love to see some uppercuts. Don't get too greedy with it. Enter in the pocket with his chin down. With his chin in the air. Don't get too greedy. Another Blueface round. These first two rounds, there wasn't much going on. Blueface getting lazy on his way out. Chin just up in the air. Feet ain't really moving back fast. Look, chin just up in the air. Look at that. Just moving out lazily. No guard. Just dangerously entering the pocket. He got out though. Another jab by Chibu. Didn't really land. Wild miss by Chibu. Let's go back to that sequence. All right. Right hook to the body. Come over the top. He missed it though. Blueface lean out. It's a partial land. I don't know if that landed. It might have. But it looked like that to the judges, and that's really all that matters. Because the judges don't have CompuBox or the punch stats. So if it looked like it landed, then it landed in their eyes. Blueface needed more of this throughout the entire fight. Look at this. Blueface needed more of this throughout the entire fight. Just some inside fighting. I know he's a rangier fighter, but he closes the distance. When he's closing that distance to get that two off, and he's just kind of stuck in the mud until he gets back out. Stay in that pocket a little bit and give Chibu something to put his guard up. Put some steam on him. Look at that. That's one of the only uppercuts I saw in this fight land from Blueface. Fight in that pocket more. And these are 16-ounce gloves, so the threat of him getting knocked out isn't as hard. And on top of that, he can put his glove up and cover so much more of his face. Yeah, use that. But this is where the problem started. That right there, Blueface ducking under, like that, Chibu caught on to that. I don't know if this was in his camp to do this. They told him to do this. But he figured this out and used it throughout the whole fight, leaning his weight on him. This is a good strategy. Tyson Fury used this against Deontay Wilder. Lean your weight on him. Yeah. Break his posture. Lean your weight on him. And that started something bad. And right now, Chibu is definitely winning this round. He's landed more, and off of the ring generalship, him just taking that front foot, putting the fight, giving the fight to Blueface, he did it again. And that's ring generalship. Like, when a ref sees that, that's a weak position for a referee to see you in. They see you on the bottom, having to carry somebody's weight, you're exhausted, arms on the ropes, breathing out of your mouth. This is all bad looks for the judges. That was a good one, too, he landed. That was a partial two he landed. You see that? How he didn't duck under? He let him close the ground. He didn't duck under. And his head is hot. Blueface's head is higher than Chibu's, and Chibu's not leaning his weight. But Blueface didn't do this the whole fight. He kept ducking down and letting Chibu lean his weight on him. And not only is that a bad look to the judges, but that's allowing Chibu to tire him out and take his legs away from him. But this is definitely a Chibu round. Chibu landed the cleaner shots, and on top of that, that's a good jab by Blueface. That's a good two to the body. He's trying to make something happen. But I think Chibu won this round. It was close on the punches, but I think the ring generalship of Chibu won him that round. Good one, too. Let's slow that down. 1, 2. There you go. That's better range on that. But he's definitely tired, mouth wide open. Chibu came in and got hit with a jab. 2 to the chest. Good straight to the body. Straight to the body again. That's a partial land. Kind of a grazing shot. Oh, that was actually a good connect. It was still kind of grazing, but it was a good shot. Blueface mouth wide open. Chibu definitely look fresher right now. See, you see this? Blueface not throwing his jab with the intention, and that's good traffic he threw out there right there. That's better than the feint he was doing earlier. But he's not throwing this with the intention to land the one. He's really just trying to get the 1-2 off. That's why Chibu, and you can tell because he slipped to the side, and Blueface really ready for that too, but he slipped it to the other side. He didn't slip to the inside. Another 2. Once again, and Chibu could have did this the entire fight. Like Blueface, look, in this situation, Blueface don't know what's going on. He's staring right down at the mat. He has no idea what's going on. He's waiting for the referee to come over and separate them. So don't let the ref get involved every time. Blueface has no idea. He's blind right now. Look at this. You see, lean the weight on him a little bit. Blueface waiting for the ref. Create some space. Boom. To the body. And Blueface in a very square stance. His body is there to be hit with that right hook. Just make him feel something to that gut. And this is wide open, and that gut is wide open. Create some space sometimes. Slip that. Try to jab, it didn't go. I think he landed that right there. A partial land. I think he threw a jab to the body. Blueface caught him with a jab. You can see the sweat flying. Caught him with the 2. Good slip. I think he caught him with a lead hook, though, in that. Blueface definitely feeling it now. Tongue out of his mouth now. Good job. Made Blueface. He saw Blueface put that guard up. He saw the opening. That's a loose guard. He saw that guard. Boom. Jab right there. Look, once again, Blueface expected Chibu to lean his weight again. Instead of going for it, look, like I said, he's blind right. He don't know what's going on. Chibu separates. Try to get the uppercut off. He could have did that this whole fight. It would have been good. But he missed. Keep that pressure on him. Keep the pressure. Both of them landed right here. Blueface landed a 2. Chibu landed a lead hook. Boom. Chibu kind of stared at his work a little bit, though. He tried to watch his work. He could have put some pressure on him, but him doing that, you see this right here? And it looked like Blueface took the brunt of that. Chibu probably got hit on his mouth and his nose, but Chibu got hit on his mouth and his nose, but Blueface took more of the shot on the chin. And you see he leaned back into the ropes once that, but Chibu got overzealous. He started looking at his work. Blueface kept the pressure on, kept going with it. None of that landed though. But this is ring generalship, taking some of the ring generalship back. Another jab. At this point, Blueface getting out jabbed because his feet not moving. See that? His head there, his feet not moving. You got to move your feet. Boom, right there. Right now I got Chibu up this round. He got hit with a 2 coming in though. Look, you see how Chibu's feet are squared right now. He's standing square. He can't lean back in this situation, and he got his guard down. So, boom. Wait, let me see. Did Chibu land on Blueface right there? No, he didn't land. Then you see the 2 wide open, because at this point, Chibu was starting to lean off to that right side a lot more. And that 2, boom. Again, another 2. But right now, like I said, I got Chibu winning this round. Like I said, a lot of these, and look, this is something that I saw Blueface. This could have won Blueface the fight. You see this? How Chibu came in, and instead of Blueface ducking down and accepting that clinch position, with Chibu leaning on his body weight on his back, instead, as a taller man, turned him to the ropes. That's what he should have been doing the whole time. Clinch up, turn him towards the ropes. But like I said, this is still a bad look for Blueface because he's still extremely tired. His legs ain't under him, and he's still resting on the ropes. That's not a good look. Chibu winning off of ring generalship. He won that round off of ring generalship as well. Right now, I got the fight 2-2. All right, starting off, Chibu with a straight to the body. Blueface with a jab to the body. Another jab, that's a miss. Coming in, that's beautiful about Blueface. He could have did this more. You see how he took that stance where he ducked, but he used his arm and his shoulder. He used his shoulder and his elbow to that little chicken wing to create some space, move out. And he even stayed in range. It didn't land, but that's actually beautiful. He stayed in range once he did it and almost caught him with it too. Now he's putting some pressure on him. Let's see what landed in that exchange. Chibu landed a couple shots to the body, nothing big, but he came across with a jab. Landed another jab. At this point, Chibu was out jabbing Blueface with a height and reach disadvantage. That landed. Boom. Some of that landed. Both of them landed right there. He landed another jab. Came up. I think Blueface landed that hook. Right now, Chibu still has a ring generalship. Another jab. Look, you see this clinch? That's an over-under clinch. Blueface should have used this clinch the entire time. You see how he put this arm over this arm and this arm under Chibu's arm? There you go, right there. But you don't want him breaking your posture like this. You want your head. You're the taller man. You want your head above his head, so you know that you're taking the power in that clinch. And if you can, right now it don't really matter. But if he was on the ropes, he would want to turn him towards the ropes. Jab to the body. Right now they're working in the clinch. Like, Chibu scored points in that clinch. 1-2, good 1-2. Chibu got a little lazy with his defense. You see how he set that up? He didn't hunt for the two right away. He set it up with a body jab. Boom. And now the two, when he leans his head back, Blueface should have been doing this. He wasted a lot of energy trying to get the 1-2 off before he could set it up. Landed another punch to the body. Chibu landed something light up top. Look, don't get hungry for that too. That didn't land, but it looked like it landed to the judges, and that's all that mattered. Like, that didn't land. That didn't land. And then that didn't land. That kinda, I don't know. But it looked like it landed. That's all that matters to the judges. They don't, like I said, they don't have the punch stats. So that's a 1-2. Like, this don't look good. Like, he caught him with that. Good over-under clinch. But Chibu still came out with more points in that clinch. And he been landing the better jabs. Okay, he getting some points back. They exchanging them right now. Like I said, I still got to go Blueface. I still got to go Chibu. So right now, Chibu is up 3 rounds. 3 rounds to 2. When I watch it at first, because you can't just go off of who landed the most punches. You can't just go off of who landed the most punches in boxing, because that's not how it works. You got to go who landed the most punches, the cleaner shots, but you also got to look at ring generalship. And right now, Chibu has the ring generalship. Blueface isn't even controlling the fight with his defense. Like say like a Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather doesn't always, or Shakur Stevenson. They don't always take the front foot when in their fights, but their defense still doesn't allow the opponent to get any ring generalship off on them, any effective pressure. But Blueface is being effectively pressured. And this nigga drooling. And we already know what happened in this round. This is the round that you're going to see all over social media. Boom. Blueface just lazy with it. Look, just chin just wide open. Your back is against the ropes. Chin is just wide open, just ready to be hit. Super tired. Look at this. He's just waiting to get hit at this point. He's trying to slug it out. And I think he did land that, but just nothing there. Like, there's nothing he can do right here. Hands is just so far down. He's already tired, so his leg's not even really under him. And then you see his back is to the ropes. There's nothing he can do here but take these punches. Boom. He tried to get his glove up, but Chibu, that's a perfect 2. Right on the jaw. If these weren't 16-ounce gloves, he might have went down off of that. And that landed too. What Chibu should have did was create some space. Every time Blueface ducks like this, that is wide open. That is wide open. Create some space and just dig right there. And Blueface is definitely feeling it at this point. Tongue wide out, just gasping for air. Like, you see Chibu, he definitely tired, but this looks completely different than the judges. If you were just watching their body language, and once again, you got that clinch. Blueface, look at him. He don't even want to get up. If you just look at their 2 faces, you would think that Chibu was winning this fight. Look at him. Once again, in the pocket with nothing. The legs is already gone. So now he's in the pocket with nothing but the upper body movement. the head movement, and the guard, and he's not using any of them. Look at this. Came right up. And at this point, Chibu already knows what he's going to do. Chibu knows that he wants to come back up with the 2. His feet is stationary. He's not getting out. Chibu knows he wants to come up with the 2. So you see this? He tried to come up with the 2. Chibu beat him to it. Because Chibu was leaning back. Blueface could have tried to throw a check hook, but it was already too late. Boom. This is the biggest shot of the fight. Literally spun his head. You see all the spit and the sweat flying off. This was the biggest shot of the fight. And Chibu is just in control right now. Blueface keeps ducking down and coming up with that 2, but Chibu read it now. He know how to counter that now. And like I said, he needed to create some space, but he did just get caught with that 2. Create some space. He's still landing though. And like I said, he still got this clinch. And Blueface just exhausted. This looks terrible to the refs. This looks terrible. And Blueface trying to get some respect back. Chibu already got the confidence though. Like I said, Blueface only really has that 2. Like when he in this range, he don't really got no inside tools for real. Throw some uppercuts. Throw some better hooks. Like right here, come up with this uppercut right in there. Look at this pocket right there. Come up with this uppercut. There you go. He did 2 again. But that's the problem. Blueface really only has that 2. Once again, now it's completely gone. Completely gone. Like if you getting he getting tipped over like that, completely gone. And like I said, that looks terrible to the referees. And he's trying to look at this point, these are just a light punches to the bag that you in the last 10 seconds you hear the 3 claps. That's what this is. It ain't no sting on these. These are just full-on arm punches. This is just nothing at this point. Like I said, there's nothing protecting his face. His feet is super stationary gone. Chibu could have countered and hit him with something for real. Yeah, Blueface, he just know it's over with. And he got hit with something again. He got hit with a 2 again. And look at the difference in just posture. Boom. Oh, my Lord. Just look at the difference in posture. And his camp made so much out of that 6th round, talking about, oh, well, Chibu, he's going to gas out. It's a 50 to 60 pound weight difference. Chibu was fat. But Blueface, I don't know if he really stopped drinking, if he really stopped smoking, but I know that Chibu has been up to 340 pounds, and he's boxed a few times over 300. So with that, he's used to being athletic, carrying around 300 plus pounds. Blueface, when he was fighting when he did those couple boxing matches, he did those boxing matches at like 160 against way smaller opponents. So he gained 50 to 60 pounds in jail. A lot of that was fat. So Blueface has probably only been over 200 pounds for like maybe not even a year, maybe a year. He's not used to athletically carrying around 200 pounds. He's not used to moving laterally on 200 pounds. He's not used to constantly punching with 200 pounds. So, of course, he's going to get tired. He's not used to carrying that much weight. Chibu is. So, he's conditioned for that. He's conditioned to carry around 300 pounds explosively. Blueface isn't. So, I don't know who got in Blueface's ear and kept telling him, hey, we need this 6 rounds. He really should have did like 4. I don't know who told him about the 6 rounds that he should do it, but they made way too much of it. And the thing is, the crazy part is Blueface won the rounds that we thought he wouldn't have won, or I guess his camp thought he wouldn't have won, because I didn't really see him doing anything to conserve his energy for those first 3 rounds or those first 4 rounds to at least secure the fight, even though he won those rounds. Blueface, to be honest, Blueface was fighting like he thought this was a 3-rounder. He came out explosively in the first 3 or 4 rounds, and after that, after round 3 for River, he didn't have nothing else. So, hey, I think Chibu won 4-2. On my first watch, I think I made too much out of the shots, and once I slowed it down and I really took the ring generalship into consideration, how that would look to the judges, then I started thinking, okay, yeah, Blueface did actually lose his fight 4-2, because at first I was thinking it was either 4-2 Blueface, or on my first watch I thought it could be 4-2 Blueface or 3-3 draw. Then on my second watch, I thought it could be, I really thought it could be like 5-1 Blueface. But when I slowed it down and watched it a couple more times, this is like my 6th time watching this fight, I got a Chibu 4-2. I think he won rounds 3, 4, 5, and 6. I think he won all of the last 4 rounds. I genuinely think he won those rounds. The third round was close though, but I think Chibu got 4-2. So yeah, I think they got it right. And I mostly made this video because I'm looking around and I see people. It's a lot of people that don't even know that boxing is scored round by round. It's actually crazy. They think Chibu won just off the last round. People don't know what the fuck they're talking about. People don't know anything about boxing. Blueface, this wasn't a bad performance. Chibu was a good fighter. So I wasn't even surprised when Chibu won. But yeah, I didn't see any in detail breakdowns of this fight. I really don't see them for like these celebrity boxing influencer type boxing matches. Hey, maybe I can make a scene for that. I don't know. Because people don't know what the fuck they're talking about when it comes to boxing. It's a bunch of 12, 13, 14-year-olds. Oh, he won this, he won that. Then you got the other crowd that just hate Blueface. Hey, he got his ass whooped. He can't fight. So I don't know who's going to watch this breakdown. I don't really give a fuck. But, hey, I try to break it down the best I could for the people that don't know boxing. So, yeah. We out.